Well, friends of Mundo Maldini, we have a spectacular league match day after this tremendous Champions match day we have experienced. You have all the Champions videos. Of course, you will have videos of the most important matches of the match day, which are tremendous matches. We are going to analyze all of that, but first I have some big news to share that you will really like, and it's going to be tremendous. It's going to be tremendous. You know, I always tell you that Rebel is the best renting service for individuals. In fact, this Mercedes GLC, which is a spectacle, I have it with my friends at Rebel, but they have set up something that is amazing, and you are going to love it. You know, you saw the video of Bakambu, the one where I appeared in that video, doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Bakambu, well, the friends at Rebel have something that can make you win. A car for 6 months completely free, a car for 6 months with the friends at Rebel, and it's very simple. You've seen the movie, right? You've seen how Carlton, Will Smith's uncle, dances magnificently in the movie. Well, I'm sending you the link in the video description so you can do it exactly, but you have to send video to the friends at Rebel. I'll provide the address where you need to do it, doing the dance, and then from all those selected, 3 will be invited to watch the match between Betis and Barça and will perform that dance in the center of the field. The 3 finalists, let's say, will perform the dance in the center of the field, and the audience at Villamarin that day will choose the best of the 3 during halftime. The best will get the car for 6 months. It's amazing. I wouldn't dare to send it because I don't know how to dance. But you surely know how to dance. So with the friends at Rebel, you can do it. The audience at Villamarin will choose the winner, and you will perform in the center of the field, the top 3 in the center of the field. It's amazing. It's a brilliant idea. Just as brilliant as the match day is going to be. I'll leave the link in the video description. Just as brilliant as the league match day is going to be, which will be spectacular. Let's analyze it. Come on, let's go. Well, let's go, friends of Mundo Maldini. We are going to start with the match that is played tonight between Mallorca and Valencia. Valencia, who won against Betis in the last match. Then we'll talk about Betis, what a match they had yesterday, which I commented on Movistar, that match in the Czech Republic. But, well, Muriqi is not there, as he was sent off for that absolutely bizarre action in the last match against Las Palmas. Muriqi will not be there, nor will Abdon, who is injured, nor Copet, nor Lato, nor Sano. These are important absences. Important absences without Thierry, without Diakavi. Pepe Lu returns, of course. Pepe Lu is back at Valencia. But the truth is that Valencia did beat Real Betis the other day, February 4th. But I don't see Valencia doing well. They will have to improve a lot, and it's a very demanding match. It's true that Muriqi's absence is important for Mallorca. But I'm going to give Mallorca the favorite status. I'll give Mallorca 45%, 35% for the draw, and 20% for Valencia. 45% for Mallorca, 35% for the draw, and 20% for Valencia. Barça vs Las Palmas. The match is played on Saturday at 2 p.m. You will have a video as soon as the match ends, of course, of this early Barça match, and you will have the video around 4:15 p.m. You already have the video. You already know that without Christensen, without Ansu Fati, without Ter Stegen, of course, without Araujo, without Bernal, Lamine Yamal is doubtful. We'll see if Lamine Yamal reappears or not. Then Barça has a midweek match in the league as well. We'll see if Lamine Yamal reappears or not, because Barça certainly needs him. It's evident that without him, they struggle less against opponents, and the team is having problems. They have gone 2 consecutive matches without winning in the league. A loss in San Sebastian, a draw the other day in Vigo, and Barça needs to improve. He won't be available. Sent off in the last match in Vigo, of course, he won't be available. It was that match they had practically resolved. Las Palmas had a small reaction with the change of coach, but I still don't believe much in Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. I feel sorry for my good friend Luis Cherpa, who is a classic of the channel. I have your book, Luis. I have it at home. I've seen it already. It's a wonderful gift you gave me about the history of Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. I was here in Madrid watching a match, and we were with him having a coffee. He's a really nice guy. It's wonderful to see the subscribers we have. By the way, you already know we have the global channel, Global Mundo Maldini, global, however you want to call it, where we upload videos in different languages using artificial intelligence, and it's amazing. That channel is also gradually growing. Well, I'm going to give 75% chance for Barça to win, 75% for Barça, 20% for a draw, and only a 5% for Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. 75% for Barça, 20% for a draw, 5% for Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. This match reminds me of my adolescence, 2009. I would almost say pre-adolescence. I remember a cup final, man, where Brindisi played in Las Palmas. You don't remember that, do you? A Barça match in Las Palmas at the Atleti's field. It must have been the final of 78, I think, around there. 78. When I started watching football, David, you weren't even known, not even your parents. But well, just so you know, I have that match recorded. In that match, Brindisi scores, winning on January 3rd. Barca wins on January 3rd. Let's go with Deportivo Alavés versus Leganés. Where would Leganés have been back then? Well, on dirt fields. How was I going to see them in those legendary matches with Moreno, with my childhood idol Moreno, and with Globovia Troviani here in those matches on dirt fields? I go to watch Leganés training on a dirt field, man, in the old stadium, right in the center of the town, man. Anyway, our Franquesa. We return to the current reality, and it's a shame that Franquesa isn't here. The left back, it's true, wasn't always playing either. It surprised me, many times he didn't play. I think he is one of the most interesting players of Leganés. Leganés comes from losing to Real Madrid matches and, well, I went to watch knowing my team was going to lose. It wasn't very hard to think that Leganés was going to lose. This is not our league. Our league is this. It's Mendiso Rosa, a match in which they surely have many more options. Think Deportivo Alavés will defend well at the back, but they are not doing well. Brack had a good match against Atletico de Madrid, and in the end, they came back. I signed for a draw. A little draw, and then gradually start winning home matches and occasionally one to stay out of the relegation zone. But suffering, because it's evident we will suffer. I am totally sure that we are going to suffer. I am going to give a 30% chance to Deportivo Alavés, a 40% chance to the draw, and a 30% chance to Leganés winning. 30% to Deportivo Alavés, 40% to the draw, 30% to Leganés. This is an Leganés. This is a match that causes tremendous family tension because I have a lot of family living in Vitoria. Several of my brothers-in-law are season ticket holders of Deportivo Alavés, and they know perfectly well about my passion for Leganés. They know it. So let's see what happens in this match. It's like with the friends of Timón de Roche, by the way, the other day. We had a great representation from Lorena, who is one of Paco's daughters, who was watching Liverpool versus Real Madrid with us. She is there on Erasmus. So Lorena, I know you had a great time. So a big hug to the whole family, to her. And it's like what happens with the family of Timón de Roche when there is a Cádiz versus Sevilla match. Now there is no bet on Cádiz in the second division, so there are those rivalries, right? Well, the same will happen with this Deportivo Alavés versus Leganés. I can't wait to go back to Timón de Roche, man. Can't wait to go back to Timón de Roche. I was telling Paco the other day, of course, UEFA gives us a little bag with a sandwich there at Anfield and such, and I told Lorena this is not Timón de Roche. You send, let's see, you are in Liverpool watching a Liverpool versus Real Madrid match, which is amazing, but when it comes to the food, it's not Timón de Roche. The truth is that UEFA could throw it away, man. Talk to Timón de Roche. They would be amazed, and that they would give out bags with lobsters, bags at the matches. Anyway, but I think it's going to be a no. It's going to be a no. Let's go with Espanyol versus Celta de Vigo. Our Graguera, our duo Exposito, our Calero, our Luca de la Torre in Celta, in a match that honestly doesn't convince me about Espanyol. I do like this team, honestly. I like how Giralde plays in attack. I think he has a lot of talent up front. With that formation, with the two wingbacks, I think I can hurt Deportivo Espanyol. I'm going to give Espanyol a 30%, Celta a 30%, and 30% to Espanyol. It's just that I got nervous with the lobsters and the Roche captain. It really makes me nervous. 30% for Espanyol, 30% for a draw, and 40% for Celta. 30% for Espanyol, 30% for a draw, 40% for Celta. I'm thinking that since these videos also go to Arabic, globally, if this starts to take off in Saudi Arabia and the Arab world, we're going to have the Roche captain filled with Arab sheikhs there asking for lobsters. And let's see if they leave us without lobsters because they can handle it. Let's see, Paco, if you see a lot of Arab people starting to come there to eat Guadalajara, the topic is coming up. Anyway, Valladolid versus Atletico de Madrid, Valladolid-Atletico. I'm going to comment on this match on the Big Cope Network at 9 p.m. Come on, man, the Peugeot guy. It's just that people, man, how long they take to leave. People need to go a little faster in life, dude. That they should leave quickly from the traffic light. Atletico de Madrid is going fast now. They've won several matches in a row. They were having a hard time, and suddenly they've hit the gas and are winning all the matches. The other day, what a match they had in Prague. By the way, let's see what happens with this match. Molina won't be there. Lemar won't be there. Atletico de Madrid has won 6 in a row, and it's true that Real Valladolid is having many problems. I think this is a match that Atletico de Madrid, under normal conditions, friends from the Maldinian world, should continue the streak. 20% for Real Valladolid, 30% for a draw, 50% for Atletico de Madrid, 20% for Valladolid, 30% for a draw, 50% for Atletico de Madrid, Villarreal-Girona. An interesting match. The truth is that all the matches are worth watching. I was telling a colleague of mine, while reviewing the conference matches, and we saw some match that the Noah with the I don't know what, I said all matches have something. You have to know how to turn things around. You have to see them with that positivity that you must have in life. You have to have it in football. All matches have something. For example, Villarreal-Girona, well, this one has a lot. It has a series of players in both teams. Girona, coming off a loss against Sturm Graz, needs to bounce back quickly. They need to bounce back. Is it true that Parejo is coming back, you see? For example, Parejo is coming back. This match is interesting to see Parejo's return, but Yangel Herrera is not enough. But it's interesting to see who will play for Yangel Herrera. If Yangel Herrera were playing, we would say it's interesting because Yangel Herrera is playing. Since Yangel Herrera is not playing, it's interesting to see who plays for Yangel Herrera. Positivity in life, guys. You have to see the glass half full. That's how it is. Ilias will not be there. Ayoce will not be there. Foyt will not be there. Beijing will not be there. Pepe will not be there. And Pedraza will not be there. And it is very interesting to see who will play for all of them. See how it should be. And if all these players were to play, it would be very interesting to see all of them. 60% for Villarreal, 60% for the draw, 10% for Girona, 60% Villarreal, 30% draw, 10% for Girona. Real Madrid-Getafe. I have made this analogy before, but I am going to repeat it. You take 2 slices of bread, put screws in them, and try to eat the sandwich. That's what Getafe will try to make the match. It has its merits. It's a tricky match for Real Madrid because they come as they do, having lost at Anfield. The team is quite weak mentally because that's the truth. And they face a team that will try to complicate life for them permanently. A team like Getafe that draws a lot and is hard to hurt. Evidently Madrid is superior, but of course without Vinicius, with Mbappe as he is, without Camavinga, we'll see if Ceballos plays in the midfield, of course with the defensive absences. And if Madrid wins this match, well, that's normal. No one will say anything, but if they don't win this match, watch out because the crisis is starting to become quite serious. Of course, without Alava, without Carvajal, without Militão, as I mentioned, Liene will not be there, which is an important absence for Getafe. Well, you have to give Madrid favorites. 60% for Real Madrid. 30% for the draw, and 10% for Getafe. 60% for Real Madrid, 30% for the draw, and 10% for Getafe. You will have a video of this match, but you will get it a little later because I will be commenting on nothing less than Liverpool versus Manchester City, which we will do, by the way, we are going to comment on it at the Movistar space on Gran Via, so people can go there to see how Adolfo and I comment on the match and watch the game as well. So I think there will be a lot of people. The venue will be full. Come to watch Liverpool. Come on, guys. If you're in Madrid, come over. I've posted the invitation on my Instagram for you to come, watch the match, and see how we narrate the match live. Anyway, 60% for Real Madrid, 30% for the draw, and 10% for Getafe. Rayo Vallecano versus Athletic Club de Bilbao, which just comfortably won against Elfsborg from Denmark, without Unai Lopez, without Beñar Prados. This match in Vallecas Rayo, well, one from Cali, one from the sand. I honestly think that Athletic Club can perfectly win this match. I see them doing very well, and I believe they will fight for the 4th place until the end. I'm going to give 20% to Rayo Vallecano, 30% for the draw, and 50% to Athletic Club de Bilbao. 20% to Rayo, 30% for the draw, 50% to Athletic Club de Bilbao. Real Sociedad versus Real Betis Balompié. I'm still almost recovering from yesterday's match of that Vlada Boleslav versus Real Betis, where Betis, look, I didn't want to use too harsh adjectives, but the truth is that Betis's match was, wow, it was horrible. The image they are giving, how poorly Betis played, they lost, what a conference they are having. The next match is against Petokrup in Moldova, and it seems that this match could also get complicated since the only match they have won was against Celje from Slovenia, and it was in the last minute with a goal from Juanmi when they could have lost it. I mean, what's happening with Betis in the conference is terrible. It's not normal. Oscarson will not be there. Real Sociedad, which beat Ajax, also suffered at times, but ended up winning against Ajax. I mean, Oscarson will not be there for Real Sociedad, nor will Traoré or Zakarian. Real has to be the favorite. Betis is not doing well, but of course the team is going to change completely without Fornal, without Isco, without Bellerin, importantly, without Cardoso, without Morroca, without Carvalho. I'm going to give Real Sociedad the favorite status. I'll give Real Sociedad 50%, 30% for the draw, and 20% for Real Betis Balompié. 50% Real Sociedad, 30% for the draw, and 20% for Real Betis Balompié. And we finish with the match on Monday. By the way, I insist on what I mentioned about Real Betis. You already know that in the Betis versus Barca match, I've already told you everything about the friends from Revel. You have the link there. So you can enter and see everything exactly and dance. You have to dance, guys. You have to dance. What I was saying, the attitude towards life. Well, look, by dancing, you could even get a car for 6 months free from Rebel. What more do you want? Sevilla versus Osasuna, Monday's match. By the way, Osasuna is going to play in the cup against Ceuta. You know that we are sponsoring Ceuta in that cup match. We will be there supporting Ceuta in that Ceuta versus Osasuna match. But well, the Osasuna players have this match against Sevilla at the Sanchez Pizjuan, in a match where Sevilla logically struggled to win against Rayo, in a match where they had one player less for a long time, and Rayo almost managed to equalize without Ayuke. If Nianzou is not going to be there, Torre will not be in Osasuna. But still, I'm going to give Sevilla the favorite status. I'm going to give Sevilla 40%, 30% for the draw, and 30% for Osasuna. 40% to Sevilla, 30% to the draw, and 30% to Osasuna. This is what it is. Friends of Mundo Maldini, a great league match day. Then there are a couple of league matches during the week, by the way, that you will also have a video for. And there is a cup match day, and we have a lot more things. As we part ways, I want to give you a warm hug and say goodbye, 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 goodbye. My dear friend, until we meet again, you